your name, maybe we can see more than just my face here, your name, organization, and contact information, because a lot of time people ask after the meeting what information was available. So we do want you to do that. I'm going to share in just a moment as well some information about how I also want you all to log into the meetings each time we meet. So again, welcome. I'm going to go ahead and give you all the coordinators report. I think I emailed it. It would have been earlier this morning, a copy of the agenda. So we're going to follow it pretty closely. I do want to stop and just thank everyone who participated in the Collaborative Vitality Survey. That was a survey link that went out to our collaborative partners to just ask about your thoughts on how well we are doing as a collaborative, how well we are, how well the synergy is among us. Does us meeting and sitting down talking together create new opportunities and new initiatives that one organization would not have thought of on their own or could not have completed on their own? And so we should have the data results from that survey over the next few months, and I will share that with you as soon as I receive them. I do want to remind everyone, and if you look at your agenda, you will see in your agenda, on the right-hand side, some upcoming events. And I do want to just remind everyone of those upcoming events so you can mark your calendars to participate. Coming up after the new year in January, we'll have a annual data review training with representatives from our state office, the Georgia Family Connection Partnership. And what they would do is come in and do an in-depth dive into the data and how we as a collaborative can look at that data, look at trends in our community, look at the trends in our community, and just kind of decide kind of what we're going to do with that data. But it's also an opportunity for you, from your perspective organization, to also be able to dive into that data, look at the data for your business, your organization, grants you may be writing, to be able to use that data. It's the same data, so you can use it as well. So please mark your calendar for January the 16th at 9 a.m. This will be an in-person meeting, and I will let you all know when and where that meeting will be held. Just have to find the best location that has the technology to be able to show the data twos online. February the 20th is our annual strategic planning meeting. And again, that's when we ask all of you to join us at the table again, where we sit down and look at what has been happening in our community. We did the data training. Now we want to stop and look at what is going on in our community. What are you seeing at the local level? Are there any trends that we are not following? Right now we have 3 strategies that we work on and focus on: youth development, child abuse and neglect, family strong and children safe, as well as our educated and working communities. And want you all to be able to join to look at the data, sit at the table, to share what you're seeing at your prospective agency, and if we need to change something in our plan as we move forward. We also want to look at it through a countywide perspective as well as an agency perspective. And the other thing I wanted to remind you of is, I shared last month, we have thanks to Resilient Northeast Georgia, we have an opportunity to host a mini conference here in Morgan County. And the mini conference we're looking at is being a one-day conference that focuses on children safe and families strong. I did send out a link for you all to give me your ideas or thoughts about keynote speakers, and I thank all of you who did respond. We're reaching out to some of those now to see their availability as we bring this conference. But the whole conference is really going to be formed around what do we need to put in place, and strategies, evidence-based strategies, encouragement, inspirations on what we can do to make sure our children are safe and our families are strong, with a strong focus on mental health, trauma, informed practices as well. So as we get further along, we will be sharing more information. We are going to need from you, of course, participation, marketing, as well as if you know of any locations that we can have this particular one-day conference, mini conference locations, and any other resources you can provide, please let us know. But we'll be reaching out to you because we're going to need a team to help pull this together as well. I sent out a link to each of you about Spotlight sign up. As you all know, each month, what we try to do, and over the next few months of this fiscal year. We do have a lot of things going on, so we don't really have that many spotlight opportunities, but we do reach out to you, and I'll send out a link, and I can send it out again if you need it, and I will share it in the chat actually for those individuals who want to share. You get about 15 minutes during our collaborative meeting to be able to share. Let's see, can I find it here? To be able to share updates about and in-depth information about your organization. So it's a time for you to share with our partners what's going on with your agency's upcoming event, what resources you have for communities and families and children and families, and share highlights and different things. So if you would like to be our spotlight of the month as we go forward in coming months, please sign up via the link. I will email it out, but I'm also going to go ahead and put the link in the chat box so you can go in and fill that out later. It will probably be again towards sometime next year before we have opportunities for spotlights. But again, it's a great information for a captive audience for you to be able to share. New business. As a collaborative, one of the things we always say is that we're all about the data. We're all about trends. And each year, as I noted in our coming up in February, we're going to do our annual strategic planning meeting. And that plan is usually about 15, 16 pages long that I condense down into one page, what we call our annual plan at a glance. If you don't have a copy of that, I can send it out for you to look at. But it is based on data. And so this year, as we move forward, I'm going to be kind of reaching out to you, our partners, to be able to pull together data that we need to see whether or not we're really making a difference and what needs to be tweaked. So in addition to one of the things we'll be doing is a collaborative data collection. And so let's say, for instance, with our youth development strategy, one of the things that we like to track is, again, the big team maze that is coming up. How many participants were in that particular maze? How did their opinions change from the start to the end of that maze? Another thing we track is substantiated child abuse and neglect cases. We go to Kids Count data, but in the midst of going to the Kids Counts data, a lot of time is 2 years behind. And so we want to be able to capture real-time data. So how each quarter, how many substantiated cases of child abuse and neglect were here in Morgan County? With our educated and working communities, how many work-based workforce training opportunities were offered, how many participants were from Morgan County, how many graduated, and how many of those are working now. Again, we want to make sure that we're not just putting together a plan that sounds good, but that we have a working plan that is actually working. And if we say that we're going to increase the number of individuals who achieve work-based learning skills and workforce skills and soft skills and technical training that will eventually become employed, then we want to be able to track that in real time to see, okay, if people are not enrolling, why not? What can we do as a community to get them enrolled? If our number of substantiated child abuse cases are not going down, then what else do we need to be putting in place as a collaborative, as a community, to make sure that we are moving the needle in the direction that we want to move in? So look for it will be a link. And if you are a part of any of those strategy teams, or if you have data that we believe would be beneficial as we are looking at trends, you'll receive that link each quarter, and you can just fill in the information. It's not going to be intensive. It's just, I'm just giving you a heads up so you'll kind of know what data we'll be looking for. And so be looking for that link sometime before the end of November as we look at data from our fiscal year started July 1. So we'll be asking for data from July 1st through September 30th, information on that. And then the final thing I have as far as concrete support, one of the things we also like to track, and we look at each year in our self-assessment, as you all may be aware or may not be aware, the Family Connection Collaborative receives $52,500 last year, and we received the same amount for FY24 going into FY24, I think, going into the year. And with that money, my contracted salary comes out, and then any else that we do as a collaborative. So our back to school rally, our partnership with early literacy events, our child abuse prevention awareness, our partnership with workforce development. All of that comes out of that. So as you know, with $52,000, we can't do it without you, your resources, your in-kind. The Back to School Rally is so successful because you, as our partners, bring in the school supplies and bring in resources. And so what we want to be able to do is track our concrete support that we receive from our partners so that we're able to put a dollar sign with our in-kind and donated and fundraising efforts to be able to show how we are leveraging our community support, that this really is a countywide collaborative that is making things happen in the lives of our children. And as a result, we're helping to support the work of DFAS. We're helping to support the work of the county and the city. We're helping to support the work of law enforcement and everything that we can actually show that we're leveraging what we're doing and leveraging community support to move the trends and needle in the directions that we have. I've said a lot. Any questions about anything that I've shared? Okay. If not, then the one other thing that I want to share is one more link. I did put the link for a spotlight in the chat. So again, if you would like to be a spotlight partner and have 15 minutes during our meetings, then please sign up. There's one other link I do want to share, and this is I want to ask you all to please sign into the chat your name, organization, because people do ask afterwards, who was that person that presented on the Department of Labor, and who's that person that presented on this and that? And I'm always able then to run back to the chat and just quickly pull it up. But I also ask that you, each meeting and event that is attended, I would like for you also to complete this link. And so it's just one more link. And in this link, it is our, what we say, our sign-in sheet. But what it's going to do, one of the things we like to track as well, and again, we're all about data. One of the things we like to track as well is what sectors are participating in the meetings. And what it would do is be able to generate a nice graph as we go throughout the year to see who is really at the tables. And so, and who's missing, what sectors are here, what sectors are missing, who do we need? And so if you would just click this link, and I will email it out to those as I get your email from the chat, email it out as well. And again, it's just another quick sign in when you put your name, email, what sector of the community you represent, whether business, public entity, local government, nonprofit, click on which describes you best, and as well as your email. And again, that's something that we'll be able to track as we come down and do our annual report at the end of the year. Who was at the table and who is missing from the table and how can we bring them in? So I do appreciate your participation in this. And this will be done at like each meeting and events that we have. So there you go with that. Any questions now? I was able to go just a little bit longer today, just kind of sharing again, because this is our last meeting of 2023. We won't come back together as a group until our data training in January. But just wanted to make sure that I'm sharing key information with you, and I'm excited about things that we have planned for the new year. Since we don't have an agency spotlight, if you all don't have any questions about things that I share, then what we will do is give you all an opportunity to share what's going on with your respective organizations, highlights, as again, we're not going to meet until mid-January. So if you have any event, any highlight, any activity coming up between now and mid-January, please make sure this is your opportunity to share at this time. So I'm going to go in the order that I see on my screen. And right now I see April. Is that Riedlinger? Linger? You're still on, okay.
Yeah. It's Riedlinger.
Riedlinger, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I am with the Mulgee Adult Treatment Court Collaborative, which is the local, or this circuit's 8 county circuits drug court, mental health court. I have an office here in Madison next to the old hospital. We also meet in Milledgeville, but we serve, try to make a lot of connections or try to connect because we have a lot of participants in our program who are in need of whether it be tutoring, employment, given they're felons, but they need a second chance, and we have needs of places for people to live. There's just a lot of difficulties that they have coming out and trying to get better and gain sobriety living in their community. So we recently have received a huge grant that will help us with how being able to help our participants with some housing. So we are going to be looking around in our different counties for some rental contacts where we can find somebody who, may have rental property that we can come up with a deal with, because we can provide first month's deposit and first month's rent. So if anyone knows of anybody who does rental, has a lot of rental property in this area, I would love to hear from who that is so we can start making those connections.
Okay. Yeah, rental property in Morgan County. Okay.
I know.
But I am a part of a housing committee and we'll be meeting today at 4:30. And so what I'm going to do is definitely how soon are you going to be looking for people?
Basically, it's kind of, we want to collaborate with somebody who can give us some when we have somebody that's in need, we can be able to contact them, see what they have. We actually have access to our money now. So it's just a matter of being, as needed, because housing is what is difficult.
Right. Okay. All right. I would definitely do an ask today at the housing committee when we meet. That's one of the purposes of the housing committee, to be able to find and secure affordable housing here in Morgan County, because that is a definite need. So I'll definitely make mention of that and see if we can get any parties. Should I have them contact you directly, or should I just get the names and bring the names to you? How do you want to do that?
Probably either way, but it would probably, in case they don't follow back up with me, it's probably not a bad idea to get me the information. And then I can reach out once we're still kind of putting everything into place, because we just did get access to the money. So probably getting me their information, and then I can reach out.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. We'll do. And I'll keep you posted. Okay, thanks, April, for sharing. Any questions for April? Okay. The next person I see on my screen is Courtney Etheridge.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Courtney. I'm with United Way of Northeast Georgia. Thursday is National Information and Referral Day, so I would love to tell you guys a little bit about 211. It's our free and confidential health and human services referral line. So if you're working with clients and you need services, they can call 211 or text their zip code to 898-211 to get resources. We operate it in 15 counties in Northeast Georgia, including Morgan County. If your agency or the services you're offering are not listed in 211, or you want to check and see if they are, please let me know. My contact info is in the chat. Would love to get you updated. And if you are already in our database, really just wanted to thank you for being there and for keeping your information updated, because really all we can do is give the information we have. So ensuring that what you're providing with us about your services, we're getting that correct information to the people who need it most. If you ever have an event and need flyers or cards to access, has the information of how to access 211, I'm happy to provide those. If you have a staff or a group of volunteers or anyone who you think would benefit of learning more about 211, I'm happy to come and talk with any group and present on that. And then finally, I know we were talking about data through our website, unitedwaynega.org. There's information about 211, including our 211 counts, which is the live data of when people are calling and asking for services. It'll show you that information, and you can look it up by zip codes, by county. You can see what services are being requested. So if you would have a use for that information, whether for funding request or programming or anything like that, you can access that anytime through our website. And I'm always happy to answer questions or help with data collection if you need that, if that would be beneficial. But I'm pretty sure that's it. That was a lot. That was quick, but I think that's it.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing, Courtney. And we do each year, and I do want to remind our partners that are on the on Zoom this morning that if you have not completed that collaborative involvement agreement, again, which is just a little quick snippet of what it's not a big contract, but it's just kind of saying how you're agreeing to participate in collaborative as possible. But one of the things, Courtney, and the reason I mentioned that is because on that form, I asked individuals if they're okay with me sharing that with people like yourself, like 211 and other organizations that have online, databases. And so I can forward you the ones that I do have, so you can kind of add them in and reach out to those if you need more information.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Okay, the next person that I see on my screen is Vicki Scotland. Vicki, you want to share this morning?
Good morning. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Okay. Well, I am filling in for Sid today. He wasn't able to be here, so I'm filling in with him. I'm with Northeast Georgia Regional Commission, WorkSource Georgia Northeast. I am the Business Services and Outreach Representative, and want to just share with everyone, as you know, we serve clients that are unemployed and underemployed individuals with barriers, helping them get employment, training, education, helping them with our WIOA funding. And we had a great opportunity. I think Ms. Lundy presented at this meeting on last month. And so I had an opportunity to go out to Morgan County High School and meet with her and share some information with her to help her students. So that was a great opportunity there. And so we're just busy still trying to get the information out there, what we do, that we help with training. And if you know of anyone who would probably need our assistance, we are more than happy to get them connected with a career advisor and see how we are able to help them to get the training that they need and the support services. Also, this Friday, Renee Spires Renee is our one-stop coordinator. She and I will be at a resource and job fair at Goodwill of North Georgia on Lexington Road. And so if you know of any job seekers who are searching for resources or they're looking for a job, this is a great opportunity for them to come out, bring their resume, cover letters, and get connected with some of the businesses here in the Clark County area.
Okay, thank you. Vicki, do you have a flyer or anything about that job fair?
I do, and I will get that to you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so the next person I'm seeing on my screen here is Auburn. Yeah, Auburn, you want to share?
Yes. Good morning, everyone. I would like to provide an update for the Morgan County Literacy Bus. The Literacy Bus project is up and running. We're moving right along pretty well. The bus has been gutted by our engineering students at the Morgan County High School. Students at our primary and elementary school has voted on the theme of the Literacy Bus. And so that theme will be if you give a kid a book. And we are currently in the process of meeting with our art teachers at the schools to get the art students to start a design that'll be painted like as a mural on the inside of the bus. And so right now we're just in the opening stages of getting the bus gutted out, and we will be moving right along from there.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Auburn. And I can't tell you all enough just how excited I am about the work that Auburn is doing with this literacy bus. it's a part of the L4GA grant that we did in partnership with the Board of Education received. And we were a part on the early literacy part side of that. And one of the things that I believe will be a legacy coming out of this grant going forward will be this literacy bus. And so I'm so excited about how Auburn is engaging the students at the school system from, as he shared, the engineering students all the way down to the elementary and primary school kids voting on what they wanted the bus, which theme they wanted the bus to be. So it's an awesome initiative. So thank you, Auburn, for your hard work and what you're doing to be able to continue this literacy effort, even once the grant ends next year. We appreciate it. Okay, the next person on my screen that I see is Renee Spires. Hi, Renee.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Veldy. I'm Renee Spires, and I am also part of Northeast Georgia WorkSource. I am the one-stop coordinator for this region and area. I work with partners such as Vicki with WIOA, Vocational Rehab, the Department of Labor, Action Incorporated, the technical colleges, and the CSEP program. So we work with a lot of individuals. What we're trying to do is to get the word out or get people connected to the resources, such as if they need education and training. WIOA has great support systems that might be able to cover some of that funding depending on what they're looking to do. The technical colleges, of course, we connect with them to try to help fill positions or let them know about programs that are especially in high demand, where there's a need out in the community. Somebody had mentioned earlier trying to find jobs for people that had a record. And I do want to mention that there is a federal bonding program at the Department of Labor that might be able to assist and give them something that would help them have a little bit of edge when they're coming back into their communities to get hired. So any kind of education and training, whether it's short term, a few weeks, there are just a lot of great programs out there. And sometimes it's just keeping that word of mouth going, sharing that information, getting all that out there for the folks. So that's where I am. I'm housed at the Department of Labor at the Athens Career Center. That's on North Avenue. But we also have a career center in Covington. So I feel like, for Morgan County, you could go in either direction. But we do have plenty of resources. And I did put my information in the chat room. So if you have any questions or I can help guide you in any way, I'm happy to do so. Just let me know. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Renee. And so your information is in the chat, correct? So people
Yes.
can share this valuable information with individuals that are in need of those career services. It's been a great opportunity to be able to do so. So thank you for sharing. Okay, let me see. The next person on my screen is Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hey, we are, I'm sorry, I'm Stephanie with the Morgan County Sheriff's Office. And we are getting ready for our empty stocking fund coming up. We are, we accepted applications last week for a couple days, and then we're going to accept applications November 29th again. For those of you that are not familiar with the empty stocking program, it's the Sheriff's Office every year. We collect, we accept donations from community members and businesses who donate. We purchase toys for children who in our community who are, their parents may not be able to provide, a whole lot. So we help them. We buy toys and package them up for them, and they come to pick them up, right before Christmas. And then, so we provide toys for them. So on November 29th, from 9 to 5, we'll be accepting applications. So if you guys know of anyone, any families that need assistance, please send them our way. It'll be here at the sheriff's office. There are a few things that, the applicant must meet before, they can be accepted. But so it's for children, it's for infants to 12 years old. They have to be Morgan County residents. The children or the child must live with the applicant. They need to provide proof of residency, like a utility bill, phone bill, something showing that, they do live in Morgan County. They need to provide their social security cards for each member of the household. And then they have to provide proof of total monthly income. And then they must be receiving some kind of government assistance. Those are the children that, we're really trying to help. We want to try to make every child have a good Christmas. And, we do this every year. I believe it's been going on for about 22 years now. And so we just want to see this, carry this through every year. But yeah, that's the big thing that we have going on at the sheriff's office right now, getting ready for that. So, but yeah, so that's about it. Any questions about that? I mean, we
Anyone have any questions for Stephanie? And yeah, it's a great program. And as you said, it's been going on for several years now.
right.
Always a blessing for the community. Just kind of shows
Yeah.
of the sheriff department and being able to touch families out there. And even showing that, I thought, the deadline was supposed to be, I think, last week, but it was extended another day, coming up on November 29th. So, just kind of shows the heart to be able to touch families. So if you have any questions, I think I'll email the flyer out to everyone, but if not,
Oh, yeah.
Stephanie.
Yeah, just please give me a call or email or come by. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Stephanie. Okay, the next person I see on my screen here is Allison Carter.
Good morning. I'm Allison Carter with Oconee Valley Healthcare. We are in Greensboro, Georgia, and I just have one quick update. Starting today, our new chiropractic clinic, which we've partnered with Drinks Chiropractic in Greensboro, is now accepting patients. So we're excited to offer that new service as well. And that's all. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, Allison, for sharing. Tamika.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, can you hear me? My name is Maya Morgan, and I am the family social worker at the YMCA. I work hand in hand with Miss Tamika. We don't have any community updates for right now, but we are the Morgan County Early Learning Center. We service children's Head Start, which is from 3 to 4, and early from 1 to 2. We promote health and wellness through indoor and outdoor activity. We serve breakfast, lunch, and snacks. We also provide services such as medical, dental, and hearing. We also provide a disability service. We work with children who, might need extra help. And we also do assessments for those kids who might need extra help. And that's pretty much it for us.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. And right now, do you have room in which rooms do you have availability in or spaces for children?
We are currently full right now.
Okay. Okay, great.
But we always take applications so we can so they can be put on the wait list.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
Thank you. Okay, the next person I see on my screen is Patricia Holmes. If you'd like to share with us today.
Good morning. This is Patty Holmes. I go by Patty. I'm with the Morgan County Health Department, and I'm new here. I started in August, so I don't really have any updates for y'all, but happy to meet everyone today and get to know a little bit about all the services in Morgan County since I'm new here. So I appreciate it.
Right, thank you so much for joining us today, Patty. It was a pleasure meeting you on yesterday, and we look forward to continuing to work alongside you in the health department.
Thank you.
I see iPhone. I'm not sure who iPhone is, but iPhone, you are next.
I'm sorry, that's me. I had to use a different laptop to log in. So
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, then I think we have shared, everyone has shared out. And we just wanted to be able to let you all have an opportunity to share updates as we get ready to close out this year. And again, thank you so much for all of your support. Be sure, if you have not, go ahead and put your information in the chat box so that we can have that, and others, I can do a quick, send out to everyone, people who they may want to get in contact with. But also, if you would, please, please, please put your information, sign in again with the link that I sent out again, so we can track everyone, and not necessarily track everyone, but again, be able to know who's at the table. And as we're working on our initiative, as we're looking at housing, as we're looking at trends in the community, do we have the right people at the table? And if not, how can we make those asks? That's all that I have. Again, this is our final meeting before the new year, so I won't see you all officially in this group. In the community, I will, until the new year. So I pray that each of you have a very happy Thanksgiving and enjoy the holidays. For those that are taking time off, be sure to take care of yourself. We're a big proponent and partner with Resilient Northeast Georgia on several initiatives, but one of the things is about mental health and trauma. Make sure you take care of yourself as you're pouring out into people. Take time to take care of yourself. Enjoy this thing called life. And we will see you again as we go into the new year. Take care of yourself, and just look forward to emails coming forward as we share information via email over the next few weeks. Take care. Thank you all for your support.
Thank you. Bye, Beldy.
Beldy,
Uh-huh.
I just want to let you know I was here, but I was using my cell phone because I have a meeting. I have a appointment, but parents as teachers here too. I just
Okay, well, if you want to share, go ahead and share. I know a lot of people are signed off, but if you want to share just a quick update with parents as teachers, go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Maria Arellano, and I am a parent educator from Parents as Teachers program. For those who are new to this meeting, I would like to share, we offer home visits to families with children from 0 to 5 years old. Our main goal is to ensure that children complete kindergarten, and our program is free. We facilitate a group connection for families that participate in the program once a month. And we provide resources, share community events, and do referrals to different organizations and programs. And one thing that I would like to mention is that this program is to help prevent dangerous situations and accidents for children. And this is our goal with this program, prevention. And thank you very, very much for letting me share in a little bit of this. And my information is in the chat box if you have any other question. Have a great day.
All right, thank you, Maria. I apologize, I didn't see that on the screen, but thank you for sharing. We appreciate the work that you do.
You're welcome.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Bye.